Neal Sheppard, Murdock Superstores in Livonia, Georgia, located conveniently right off of I-85 in northeast Georgia. My number is 706-491-4114, and this is the 2016 Dodge Charger Hellcat. This vehicle is for sale. Again, it's a 2016 Charger SRT Hellcat. Black interior, has a Laguna seats. Of course, here's what makes this beast of a vehicle so impressive in so many different ways. 707 horsepower, friends, 650 foot-pounds of torque. Powered by a 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi. The supercharger itself is 2.3 liters. It has 2 dedicated intercoolers, and the supercharger is a twin screw, and it makes 11.6 psi of boost. The crankshaft is composed of forged steel rods, and the power band is just phenomenal. I'm going to spend a little time here and tell you all about a few things I've seen on the vehicle and studied about that I think is pretty impressive. We all know on the Challenger Hellcat, up front, got the aggressive look with the SRT badging. Also, you notice on the Challenger Hellcat up front on the headlight, one headlight was dedicated as a air intake, a cold air induction. This Charger has that as well. If you look inside the Hellcat badging on the front here, the SRT, there is a air induction right there, just like on the Challenger. Intake on top of the hood also, and this is heat extractor vents on each side. This four-door sedan has been touted as the most powerful, fastest, and quickest production four-door sedan in the market. Of course, the Challenger Hellcat has been out longer than this Charger. Availability for this Charger is limited, especially in comparison to the Hellcat Challenger. I want to tell you a little bit about the aerodynamics. The drag coefficient is much less on the Charger versus the Hellcat. Top speed on the Charger Hellcat versus the Challenger Hellcat. This vehicle here is 5 miles an hour faster than the Challenger. The Challenger comes in at 199 miles an hour, and this Charger here registers 204, all due to aerodynamics. The weight is 4,574 pounds on this Charger Hellcat. The Challenger is 120 pounds lighter, but you get the convenience and flexibility of having 2 extra doors. The only configuration you can get transmission wise on the Charger Hellcat is an automatic. It's the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. It's been beefed up to handle the power and torque of the Hellcat engine. Shift points are at 160 milliseconds in track mode and 300 milliseconds in normal mode. This makes for everyday drivability, friends. You're at the track, you need that quick shift points and the abruptness of each shift. You've got the track mode with the 150 millisecond shift points. If you want to be an everyday driver, just keep it in the normal or eco mode, and you've got nice, smooth, even shift points as well. Holding all this power on the ground is Pirelli P0 tires on 20 by 9.5 forged aluminum wheels. These tires are excellent as far as when they get good and warm, they have a great stick to the road. Also, you see the nice, massive 15.4 inch Brembo rotors, 6-piston Brembo calipers as well. Has a great stopping power. Quarter-mile times on stock tires in the Charger Hellcat, right at 11 seconds. You can break the 10-second barrier with slicks or drag radials. And again, top speed of 204 miles an hour. A few fun facts about the Hellcat. If you put this vehicle in a 16 by 16 room and leave it running at half throttle for 60 seconds, it will suck all the air out of that size room in 60 seconds, friends. Also, at full throttle, this vehicle will use every ounce of fuel in 7 minutes. So if you're driving down the road at full throttle, in 7 minutes you will use all the fuel consumption. Here's a good look of the interior. Beautiful interior, love the steering wheel there. Shift points are manually controlled if you want to. With the 8-speed, you have the paddle shifters available as well, but with the quickness of the shifts of the 8-speed, don't see a need for that, folks. This Charger Hellcat has heated front seats, heated second row seats, heated steering wheel, cooled front seats. It has the Harman Kardon optional audio equipment, which includes 19 speakers, including a subwoofer. And the Harman Kardon audio system is first class. Love the sound. Once you sit inside the Charger Hellcat SRT, you really can't describe the feeling, especially when you hit the start button. Just a definition of America, folks. Again, this vehicle is available only at Murdock Superstores in Livonia, Georgia. My contact information, again, my name is Neal Sheppard, 706-491-4114. Call or text anytime. It has an adaptive dampening suspension system with 3 different modes to help keep this power planted on the ground, which is a must, essentially. With the Hellcat products, you get 2 keys. We have 2 red keys. It also comes with a black key. The red key unleashes all 707 horsepower and 650 pounds of torque. The black key is a valet key, which limits the vehicle to 500 horsepower, which is nice to have there. Just remember, guys, if you have the red key and the black key in the vehicle with you at the same time, the red key always wins. The red key always wins. You hit the SRT button here on our 8.4 Uconnect touchscreen system. It pulls up our performance pages, gives you all the customizations as far as track, sport, custom, and default modes to set up your transmission, your shifts, your traction, and your suspension. So very customizable as far as what you're looking to get out of this your Hellcat at the current time. Great system, very adaptive and very responsive. Now, one might ask, why would anybody want 707 horsepower in a 4-door sedan? Well, you know, I have plenty of good reasons. You know, the wife and kid will never be late for any events they have scheduled. And it's, why not? We're Americans. It's the American way. The power is very manageable as well. And I like to take it down the road and give us a good example of what kind of acceleration and power we're looking at. You know, this is a vehicle that you can drive every day. You know, back in the day, vehicles that had this much horsepower were just difficult to drive. Even some, you know, other makes and models that had performance vehicles. Folks, you just have to come see it and drive it and become an owner of this great vehicle. It's just really can't describe the amount of power this Hellcat has. As we continue our nice drive down the road today, just also in the center cluster here, there's a lot of performance data. You can have 0 to 60, 100 to 0 stop times, a lot of information that you can do to track your performance with this vehicle. You know, fuel economy is not something that is probably going to be a selling point if you're the purchaser of this vehicle, but you know, it is rated to get, you know, in the 20 mile per gallon range, and seen a lot of testing and people take this on long trips. They are getting pretty good fuel economy to have so much power, so pretty impressive. Folks, the car handles very well in corners, especially when you change the suspension to suit you, but just in everyday driving mode, this thing handles great in the corners, has great acceleration, of course. Just an all-around, well-rounded sedan. Again, Neal Sheppard, Ed Murdock Superstores, 706-491-4114. I'm not gonna mark this thing up crazy, folks. I wanna give someone a good deal on a phenomenal car, and I'll be your source. 706-491-4114. Give you a little drive by this beautiful Charger SRT Hellcat. Just beautiful. Fastest production 4-door sedan in the world. You know, the only competition for this vehicle is maybe the BMW M5, and you'll pay, you know, $20,000, $30,000 more and still be 200 horsepower short. Ed Murdock Superstores, Livonia, Georgia. Neal Sheppard, 706-491-4114. I'm your source for a great vehicle and a great deal. Thanks, have a great day.